classes and then abolish of a few two type of visas. Let me just do a whiteboard here now. So we will be seeing some application, visas being abolished. Which one is the 4A9 will be abolished. This I probably just don't want to say abolished, will be replaced by a new visa. It is called a skilled provisional. It's a provisional state visa. So 4A9 will be no longer available from October this year, and the other one will be abolished. It's 1A7. If you can remember, that's one of the regional sponsor visa. So 1A7 will be replaced by a new visa, regional sponsor visa. Okay, I'm not sure whether you can see. Probably takes time for you to see my whiteboard, right? So 4A9, we talked before 1A9, 190, and 4A9. The 4A9 itself, I can't remember whether we mentioned that. They only issue about 2,370 visas each year. So when we introduce new regional, regional visa, this will be increase of visa applications, visa approval numbers. Okay, so this is good news, because currently for 4A9, only a limited people can be invited, and they are really restricted to very regional. Okay, really very regional, which is a few postcodes that considered as regional. From October, November this year, we will see redefinition of regional area. Have I talked about that before? Just two weeks. I can't remember what I had. So new definition of regional at Australia. So this is really important because you are going to attract a lot of clients. Okay, new definition of regional area. Previously, for example, Gold Coast is considered of not regional. Toowoomba in Queensland considered as regional. Only a few very small areas, which is they don't have any populations, probably limited in population, that they are considered regional. From October this year, new law will come into effect. Regional area, regional Australia include everything except the cities, such cities, Brisbane, Melbourne City Council, Sydney, Perth, Adelaide, Gold Coast, that's it. All other areas not within the City Council area, they are regional. So you can see why, because 4A9 is no longer applicable. 4A9 is particularly applied to a few small areas of Australia. But now if we have new definition of regional area, it's not going to be, it's not applicable anymore. Hence, a new regional visa, we don't have subclass yet. We don't know, no one knows subclass yet. This one will see increased number of visa applicants to apply this visa. So it is really good for you. I think you need to do a lot marketing in this area. So this region, just catch up. What is regional 4A9? I think that will be a similar definition and similar requirement of this one. So this is skill visa, right? And someone needs to have a 65 points. Okay, and if you have area in the regional area, they will be awarded for 10 points. If this is the thing, 10 points. This is a skill visa. So they don't need a sponsor, they don't need a job, they don't need an employer. They just to show that their qualification plus their age plus their experience add up together, they can get 65 points. As long as they get 65 points, what we want to do is that we just do an EOI for them, right? So let me just show arrow here. Then we will have an EOI for them. So EOI, here is the EOI. Okay. So after 489 abolished, which is a really good thing because it means that you have a lot of these applications apply to 489. And the other good part is the point system will be changed. The point system will change to adjust two area. One, let me just write down here. One, it's if someone previously, if they want to be awarded for extra 5 points under a partner session, for example, if they have a partner or husband or wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, doesn't matter. So the partner needs to obtain a skill assessment, right? They have to skill assessment positive, which means their partner must have, their occupation must be a skill occupation list, plus they have to have a positive skill assessment, right? In order to get that 5 points. Yeah, 5 points, then I'll say this. This is 5 points. But now, we don't need this anymore. From November, the skill assessment, it's not required. They only need to show that the partner, whether it's husband or wife, doesn't matter, so has a 6 IELTS on each band. So they don't need to skill assessment. They don't need to show that their occupation on the list. They only need to show, hey, this person has an IELTS 6, and they will be awarded 5 points. Period. They'll be awarded 5 points. It's really easy for someone. Okay, now we have another question. Oh, if someone has no partner, they're single, right? If they are single, they will be awarded another 5 points just because they are single, right? Okay, so well, this is fair for everyone. If they have husband or wife, look, the husband or wife, they need to get IELTS 6. If they are single, they just need to prove they are single. So it depends on what different countries they come from. They just need to have a certificate saying they are single. So they will be awarded for 5 points, which is really good. So 5 points be awarded for them. So no skill assessment. Okay, let me just cross over this one. 9. That's no skill assessment. That will be no skill assessment required in order to get 5 points. Okay, and because regional area will be expanded to all Australia without except the city council area, then this means a lot of applicants will be able to apply EOI. So previously, when we do marketing, a lot of them they say, it's impossible. You can't get a 489. It's really difficult because they just issue 2,370 each year, and there's so many applications throw that into the system, so you're not able to get it. But now, because of the change, you then be able to market this, saying, look, there'll be new department, and then these people will be awarded for 5 years. So for 489, previously, that the visa itself is 4 years. Okay, the new visa, the new regional visa, the skill will be the work period will be 5 years, which means you can see why they want 5 years, why they want to approve that person for 5 years. Meaning, under the current 489 visa, they can actually apply PR after that spend enough time in the regional area. 489, I think it's 4 years, isn't it? 3 years. Because visa will be extended for 5 years, meaning these applicants must stay in that regional area at least, I think the assumption is at least 4 years or 4 and a half years. So they want them to settle that area. They don't want to, they go back to Sydney, go back to Melbourne. It's overcrowded. So this is one area. 489 will be changed it. replaced by new visa, which is still skilled provisional visa, and the year system will be point system will be changed it to award a partner or someone who is single extra points, so that for someone who willing to settle in new regional area, Australia, they can do so, and they must stay in that area for 5 years. Okay. And the other change will be 187. This is really interesting one, because when I did 187, I never failed any of the RCB. So 187, if you remember, we talked about it is different to sponsorship. When we talk about 485, 482 visa, employer sponsor visa, we have 3 stages, which is, now I'm going to click to the next whiteboard so you can see that what I'm talking about. Okay. So 187, we have normal 482 visa. We have stage 1 sponsorship application, right? And then we have a second stage, which is nomination application. And we have third one, which is a visa application. Everything has to be approved so that the visa can be approved. So this is for normal one, but for 187, the stage is different. 187, sorry, I just must need. 187, it's regional, what we call the regional RC certifying body, certifying body. The second one is nomination, right? And the third one is the visa application. Okay, so there is no sponsorship. They all have 3 stages, but there's no sponsorship. And the first sponsorship is equivalent to regional certifying body. Who is the head of regional certifying body? Who is doing the stamp thing? This regional certifying body, they are not working with the government. They are areas who called business commerce, or they don't have a judicial right to, but for whatever reason, these people stamp on this certificate called regional certifying body certificate. And once we receive that once the application receive that one, we can then, this is previous one, yeah, we can then lodge the nomination. Okay, so once we receive regional certifying bodies is a stamp, so they just give you a letter and say, hey, I'm happy with this. What you do is just do nomination in this application. And this stage for our previous history is so easy to get it. All right, it's just, I don't know how. I've never failed on this one. 100% approval. Because why? Because they are business commerce. They have no idea of a visa requirement. And you just talk to them, they be just really laid back. So hence you can see this is 187. We sometimes we call it different terms, but they just say the same thing. And Smith on A7. Okay, this one will be abolished. Okay, so but you know why they want to abolish? Because this regional certifying body, they have no judicial right. They just sign someone with this. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the documents. I'm happy with everything. All right, so 187 visa, you can see a lot of application lodged last year. No one actually processed it because department intend to clean out this rubbish. After we abolish, we will have a new regional visa. This type of visa, I'm not very certain about this. No one is talking about this at all. But you can see that will be still the same area. It's called regional work visa. Okay, right. So when you check this, you can see the difference between 489, right? 489 and 187. 489, that you don't need a sponsor, you don't need a job, you don't need an employer. You can apply by yourself by saying, I have these points, I'm really experienced, I don't have a job, when I get visa, I'll go to Australia, I get job there. 187 quite opposite. They must have a job offer first. So this one it's job. This one it's a skill based. The other one it's job based. For work experience, for 187, the current one still require 3 years. 3 years work experience. Let me give you so 3 years. Okay. So let me just type in this. Oh, sorry. Okay, 3 years work experience of this one. For 489, you know that they must have at least 8 years experience. But now I think they can have 5 years will be able to meet 65 points. So when you do the calculation, if someone just have 5 years, you could have think about that. Maybe they are eligible for a new regional visa. Okay, that's new changes of coming changes. So where's the other one? Yeah. Okay, business visa, we haven't got any news from state. Some say still waiting, negotiating with the department about how many. There will be not such changes. But if you have clients who are interested to, they have technology or something like bright ideas, they don't have a business background, we then can consider the business startup visa, which is 408. Okay, 408. This is business startup. It's a temporary visa startup. Just ideas and technology. They don't need to run a business at all. They don't need to have a business background, right? They just need to have an idea. I think this idea will be able to will have the commercial benefits. So this is just one. They started last year. It ends 2021. This is pilot scheme, so only applicable to South Australia. It is likely this one will be extended to other area of Australia, because really if we change, it will extend to other areas. Because if we define the regional area, then South Australia, by definition, it's no longer a regional, right? Regional, because everyone now is regional. Okay. So, this is just to catch up about news, and it's really important news, coming news. And then instead of focusing work visas, this type of 489 or new regional area visa will be able to, so you sometimes if your previous clients who maybe not able to meet the points, they just knock off 5 points, maybe pull them back to say, hey, let me find out. Oh, is your partner, can you ask her or him to sit the IELTS exam? Can you get IELTS 6? Maybe ask them to do that. So, I probably just say, look, ask everyone who has a partner, if they have a husband and wife, ask them to all sit the IELTS, get the result first, so then they can be awarded 5 points. I think that's a good starting point. So you may be able to just pick up CVs. I have a bunch of them, just have no time to check this. Really, you need a team to look at everything now. Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Okay, right. So we go back to these a few areas. They are not new. They are not very new. They are not very new, to be honest with you. Some areas are new, and others we just have a new type of industrial labor agreement, but the terminology itself is not new. So labor agreement, okay. Is there a link for us to access the news on change? All right, thank you for this one. Yes, you do. Let me have a look. I think department published 489 visa publish. Yeah. Yes, I've got it. Yeah. Invite pathway news. Okay. I think I have something I sent to the other organization. I can send it to you now. Because this is really important news, you could have a lot of clients who was not, who were not eligible for this type of visa, now they become eligible, right? Because they were initially their partner occupation, not on occupation, and they could not get the 5 points. Now they only need to do just, hey, sit an exam, get IELTS 6. Oh wow, IELTS 6, it's very easy because it's just general IELTS. It's not academic one. Okay. I actually have a few news in, yes. Do you have any other questions about this? What I just mentioned about the visas, two type of visa will be changed to entire another 2. Okay, I have the documents. Oh no. PDF skill visa news. Yeah, I got it. I got entire documents. Let me see if I can. How about I send through Skype? I'm sure you can upload something here. Okay, let me just forward to you. Sorry. Yeah, it's difficult to keep on top of everything. Okay. Okay, so I just sent to you. It's a news sent from department. Right then. So for 482, we will have a few changes as well. For normal 482, we went through everything about that, right? We went through sponsorship, nomination, and visa application. And then we talk about the company itself can be sole trader, can be company, PDY, LTD, can be trust, can be trustee, most of the time trustee. So different various of company structures, as long as the company is legally operating sponsorship, no problem, can be approved. Nomination, they just need to provide that evidence the company, the position is genuine, and they genuinely need this position to be fulfilled. They've done the labor market testing. And the wage, it's meeting minimum requirement, which is 54,000 per year. This is normal. And the visa applicant must have IELTS. So for long-term occupation, IELTS 5, short-term 1, 4.5 on each band. And they must have 2 years experience. This is just normal. Normal, you have to have this. But there's a special treatment for someone else's if they have special needs. That's what we call labor agreement. So labor agreement is agreement between the Department of Home Affairs and a third party. Right? The third party can be, which is really interesting, can be a company. So a company who they may have 100 branches, right? And they want, yeah, you got it, like, great. They have 100 branches, and they just suddenly require 20 people or 20 sales manager, right? They just need them to. So these are called a company specific, meaning this agreement is signed between one, which is Department of Home Affairs, and the other one is that company. If the company has a specific labor agreement with the department, the requirements about 482 will be very different. For example, they might not require this person to have meet English of 5, okay? And they might not require that person just to work 2 years. It can be 4 years. And then the requirement for that qualification can be waived. And that, when I mean by waived, it's some qualification, some occupation require a bachelor degree, but for that position, they will say, oh, Lord, we just discussed that maybe bachelor is not a requirement. We just have a diploma. That will be sufficient. So it's a term and condition negotiated with the department. Now so these are different, depends on what type of agreement they sign up. But the same requirement for nomination will be the same, all the same, which is the position has to be genuine, right? They have needs for this position. They have met the enable marketing. Enable market texting. Was it this? Yeah, enable market texting. Sorry, I think it's similar to your terminology. I don't know what do you call, which is to confirm that you can't find anyone else in Australia. So this one company specific. The other one is what we talked about last time. It's DAMA. So DAMA scheme. DAMA scheme has been signed off. Last time we talked about was a Northern Territory, and they now sign up with South Australia. Oh yeah, yes, South Australia as well. And there will be other regional council, so regional states. They will talk to sign DAMA scheme. Right. I will give you at the end. I'll give you really good one with a full list of all agreements. Full list. The third one is project agreements. Project agreement meaning that the company doesn't require that person to be ongoing. The position is not ongoing. They just need to build the tunnel, right? And the tunnel needs to complete in 5 years' time. So now they need a bunch of people to come in, work, and just get it done, just work. They need 100 people. It is a project agreement. Once that tunnel is done, complete, then they send them home. So the neighbor agreement, you can see, it does not need permanent residency. It doesn't. None of them needs permanent residency. It's a temporary work base. It will be very popular. I think this will be very popular. So you do need a little bit of investigation, this one. Okay. Project agreement means that it's not ongoing. It just depends on how long they're going to take. If they just take 6 years, department might not give you give them 6 years. They will say, oh, I'll give you 3 years agreement. You hire this person, and after 3 years, if you haven't completed the work, give them another 3 years work visa, right? Okay, the fourth one is global talent. The global talent is very similar to UK's, what do they call representative visa, representative. Global talent means someone who is coming to Australia to operate another business, a branch of the overseas company. And they cannot be replaced by someone else's. That person has to come in Australia and to work under the sponsorship of that new company. Okay, so this one, it is not very new, but it introduced last year. Okay, it's a niche pilot. It was a new last year, so not a lot of people apply for this one. So they want to bring these very, very talented people to Australia who can, once that branch, they open up branch, this new branch will be able to hire Australian person, right? Australian residents or permanent resident or citizen. So you know what they want. So they just want, hey, do you have overseas business? Yes, very big one. Yes. All right, then. Do you want a branch here in Australia? Yeah. All right. So can you get one director to come to run your business? Get a branch here. Yeah. And then they give you this global talent scheme type visa. Okay. The fifth one is industry and labor agreement. This is very good one. So each of industries, I will go this one. Which one? Yeah. Let me just go this one. Okay. This is industry and labor agreement. Currently, we have 5 industry and labor agreement. What do we mean by industry? It means that industry, the whole industry have agreement with the department. So if the company is within that industry, so they don't need to go on to negotiate a particular company labor agreement. They just say, oh, we have a industry and labor agreement, and our position is exactly the position that are not here. So I can give you example. Yeah, I think I should show you this one. Okay, so for dairy industry, the only occupation they will nominate is a cattle farm worker. Why this is important? Because unfortunately, under this ABS, which is ridiculously outdated definition, a farmer requires a bachelor degree plus 3 years work experience plus 1 year of training, which is ridiculous. I know a lot of, I just have a client who's currently working in Tasmania, who is from South Africa. He has a long name. I can't pronounce it. It's really long name. So he said he himself is a farmer, but we check he actually has something called a national diploma, which is not equivalent to bachelor degree here. It's equivalent to diploma. And he has 4 years experience, and it's not enough under 482 visa, right? It is not enough. So he cannot be nominated under normal 482. So he can only do it lower his position. Instead of nominate him as a farmer, nominate him as a cattle farm worker. And because this position, the requirement for this one, it is just a certificate 3 plus 3 years work experience. So he can be happily satisfied with. If the position is within the industry, we just need to check whether they are within. Okay, if someone tell you, oh, they work in farm, bang, just think, oh, maybe you have industrial labor agreement, then you have a quick check. So the process will be the same way. Okay, labor agreement, nomination, and visa application. The only difference is when you do online application through IMI, nowadays, okay, that is a change. Previously, labor agreement all complete by email. For whatever reason, I just don't understand. Everything sent by email, regardless of how many documents we have, and he just merge everything, compress, do this bunch of documents, send them, and tell them, hey, this is email 1, this is email 2, this is email 10, which is ridiculous. So now you don't need to do this thing again, and you can self-taught. You can just log in, email account. That's 482. Then you have a selection for labor agreement. Once you click labor agreement, then you say, hey, whether this is an industrial labor agreement. If you indicate yes, this is an industrial labor agreement, what is your position? What's industrial position? And you just select one. Okay, so only this one. Okay, only cattle farm worker can be nominated under industrial labor agreement. So if you have some, you can really do the Facebook ad on this one. I just say, hey, are you working in a farm in Australia, or do you want to go to Australia and work as a farmer, right? So, well, they can do this one, and before they enter Australia, of course, they can do other visa in order to enter, because sometimes they don't know. We've got clients most of the time they enter Australia under 408 is specific skilled visa. Okay. It's easy to get. It's what we call easy to get. So they can enter Australia in 408 under the stream of specific skill visa, which means the requirements entirely different. Okay, so it's a lot easier to get it. And most of the time, I never got any visa refused on 408 under this stream, because this one just allow you to work 1 year and be extended another year. That's it. You have no option for permanent residency. And then they can actually come down do this farm worker labor agreement. For fishing industry, only a few occupations. You can see that's here. Minister of Religion. This is an interesting one, because previously that's only one occupation which is available. It is Minister of Religions. And currently they introduced a new one that is religious assistant. Okay. So if someone's want to work in a church, a temple, they can be nominated as religious assistant. Okay, that's a good one, isn't it? I'm sure a lot of them are all Christian, so they want to come to work in a church. Fine dining restaurant, we only have 3 occupations, which is chef, cook, and trade waiter. The requirements, it's very similar for then if you want to check of each of industrial labor agreement, I can send you one now. Let me think about which one I have. I have the farm workers. I think this is most relevant to you. Let me give you email. Let me just show up this one. Labor agreement, yes. So when we say labor agreement, industry labor agreement, when you do the labor agreement with the department, then it means that you're not going to negotiate any terms and condition. The term condition is already laid out, right? So, for example, for farm, I know for cattle farm worker, because this occupation is not on occupation list, so they only need certificate 3, which they define themselves, certificate 3 plus 3 years work experience. They need English. They do. They need English of 4.5, I think. Yeah, let me have a look. Labor agreement. You can have a search labor agreement. Okay. Yes, I have this one. I have this one, which is a farm worker labor agreement. So if someone working in the farm in Australia, it doesn't matter whether it's regional or non-regional one, it's fine. They can be nominated under the industry labor agreement. Okay, labor agreement industry. Okay, let me just send it to you so you can have a look. Quickly have a look. Okay, here you are. Okay, so just send to you by email. And the pork industry, okay, stock person. So only these occupations, and they don't negotiate with anymore something about how much you should pay them, how much you should, what English requirement is that, and etc. So we talked about this Dharma scheme, right? Previously we talked about, oh sorry, this is not relevant here. Talk about Northern Territory and Warrnambool region. I don't know how to pronounce this. It's not. And South Australia. We have other regional areas now negotiate with the department, which is Tasmania. So you can imagine. Project, we talk about most project agreement, it's done because they have a large construction project or infrastructure projects, and they hire a lot of them will be hired. Company specific labor agreement. So I've done today's section. Let me go through these. I will share my screen with you, and I'm going to share quickly with you about how the labor agreement will look like. Okay. How they're gonna apply for. Okay, you'll be able to see my other screen. This is last year, published last year. And so you can see that, can you see it now, my PDF? It has, yes, great. It has how many pages? 44, incredibly long pages. So you can see that how you can do this for them. Okay, just basically just tell you how you can do this. And most areas of labor agreement, they show you, this one will be sent to you soon. Okay, I'll just send to you. It tell you when you log in email account, how you're gonna do. Click labor agreement, click this one, and under this one, what you can do. This is really awesome. This is great. Yeah. Okay, and not only of that, let me send you this one to you just in case if I forget. Request form. So today will be a lot to digest because of changes. Where did I get this one? Agreement with yeah, it is request form. Okay. And I have another one, I think, which is very good one. I did it on PowerPoint. Okay. Yes. So let me have a look about this one. Okay. I haven't put everything together, but this is actually an ebook. It's free for you guys. I'll send it on over, which is very lucky. So I spent a lot of time doing this one. Okay. All right then. Okay. So for company specific, what we just talked about, a company can be having agreement with the department. Say I need people to work, right? One type of company, they are recruitment companies. They are not employers. If you understand this rule, it is very common terminology called on-hire company. Simply, they are not employers. They are not employers themselves. They hire overseas workers, and then they put these overseas workers through the actual employer. And the employer pay them on monthly payment. They use this monthly payment, percentage of them paid to the employee by wage. So in theory, by law, this company, they are recruitment company, they are signing employment contract with the employee. They sign employment contract with the employee. But themselves, the employees, they do not work for a recruitment agency. It is called on-hire labor agreement. There are a lot of them. Okay. Everything in here. Okay, so I'll send this to, there was a lot of pages. I think I'm still finishing up this one, but I'll send it you by PDF. Some of, because some of them I haven't got that link yet, but this the name here is all correct. The on-hire company, meaning if you have clients, okay, they say, oh, I'm an accountant, right? I'm an accountant. I need to find a job. So what are you gonna do? So sometimes you can actually reach out the on-hire company because they already have a labor agreement with the department. So what they do is what we call end clients, how we say this. Let me give you, I don't know whether you'll be able to see my whiteboard here. No, whiteboard. You can't see my whiteboard. I have to stop sharing this one. But let me just give you a quick example. Then I write something on my whiteboard here. Okay. The on-hire company, so many companies, they're all here. Okay, they're all here. So on-hire companies, they source employees for the actual employers. So if the employer who is called IT solutions, right, just really IT company solutions, they provide services to web design, I don't know whether it's relevant, web design, web hosting, SEO, marketing, something like that, solutions for everything. So now they need a marketing specialist. But themselves, they are not capable to run the 482, right? Because they don't understand the rule, they don't want to pay, they just want that person working for them now, right? I just want someone, please work for me. So they now go then to on-hire companies, say, hey, can you get me someone overseas, right? Because I can't find in this country, I can't find them. Because most don't work. So it's a lot of effort for this actual company, IT solutions, to constantly put something on Seek, constantly review these CVs, a bunch of CVs, 100 CVs, and interview them, and everyone call them. They're just sick of this. They will say, go to on-hire company, say, hey, I just need a marketing specialist, please, right? I pay you. How much are you gonna? So marketing specialist, it's 70K. Sometimes they pay 80,000, 80K. So how about this? I pay you 90K for 1 year. Just get someone working for me, right? Or sometimes I pay you 100K. Because for this company, IT solution, it's okay. They're gonna spend time, money, effort to get talent people working for them, and it's gonna cost them more than 20,000. So why don't they just got hassle free? Just get this on-hire company. Then on-hire company, what do? They just because they are a recruitment company in first place. They have a people, and they contact these people. Sometimes what they do is they charge two ways. They charge their really what we call end clients, IT solutions, ABC IC solutions. And then they charge the client again, say, hey, I can get your visa for you, right? All right, just need to pay me something. So they have two. One is management fee. The one is visa fee, right? And they themselves, most of the time, they have their own migration team as well. But this list will give you a really, really good list. You can actually find them. This is a link. This is let me just in slideshow. I probably that one. Yeah, that is better, isn't it? Oh, okay. So they're on high companies. You can reach them out. If the client pay you enough, well, why not? We can get a job for them. Yeah, can get them a sponsorship. And Damascus, this is really good. I put everything together. I don't not research, but I need to reverse the right one. The page is not correct. The left is all, they are all correct. This it's actually the whoever has the DAMA agreement with the department already, with the state already, right? So, well, just as simple as that, reach out because they have agreement. So, and they are fast processed. Okay, meaning the visa can be approved within 2 weeks. That is true. We've done that before. DAMA scheme and much more. Oh, look, so many. Oh, God. Yeah. These slides are, yeah. So I will, once I finish all the link, I want to make sure they're all correct because I really don't want you to spend time and searching. The recruitment agencies for all the different occupations. A chef, you can find a job here. IT people, finance, engineering, nursing, get job, how to get job offer. This is really a normal, just a platform, right? This is a requirement. Yeah. While you're away, I just put everything together just to make your life easier, right? Okay. So I think that's the end of our section. Now, just remind me if I haven't sent you in the last 2 weeks. We have a Easter holiday coming soon, so remind me if I haven't sent you. I sometimes get too busy, but I'll try to put all links, correct links together and put it as a PDF, so all the teams can have access to it and make your lives a lot easier, isn't it? So it's just not sitting there. Oh my God, I can't get a job for this. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. At least you know some ideas and where to start. All right then. Okay, so you can switch on your mic if you have questions. It's discussion time, or I can, because we start late, so I can have 5 to 10 minutes to ask questions. Oh, you have questions about this? What was that again? What was the question?
The first part around 489. So would you recommend we continue marketing the 489 or just stop?
Sorry, I have to do my back. Yeah, I think.
Sorry?
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. There will be not much change in terms of 489. Okay, it will be better. So can you hear me? Gone off. Going off. Okay.
Everyone's
here, is it?
We can't hear you.
You can't hear me. Can you?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Awesome. I can hear. My echo.
But I didn't hear what Munya asked.
Oh, you didn't. He basically asked whether you guys continue marketing 489. or just remove it? I say we would say these 489 will be replaced by better visa, which provides more opportunities for visa applicants.
Okay.
Got it? Yeah. I don't know why I
got
can hear my echo. Okay.
My question is, if someone has applied for a student visa and that visa is rejected, are there any grounds for appealing? Can you appeal it?
No. Offshore. No. For student visa, no option.
No option for appeal.
No appeal. Unless you think, because I have one case where the case officer quote the wrong legislation. So I got an internal review. So, but this is really rare. If student visas reject offshore, which means outside Australia, you can only relodge the visa application.
Only relodge. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. Has everyone been doing Australian visa at all?
So especially on the skills transfer, the 189, 119, and 489. So we've done a few assessments. But the payment for the expression of interest and the like hasn't really happened.
You know why the IELTS 6 points?
Sorry?
Do you know why the department wanted to introduce, you just need IELTS 6, then I give you 5 points. Because they actually prefer candidates from English countries. Yeah.
Candidates from?
From English-speaking countries.
Oh.
Right. Okay, I think that's all right. I think we did ask some questions in sent by email. But I don't know why they become echoed. Let me just okay, switch off. Okay, I think this is better now, because someone has talked. Now you mentioned about 476 Washington Accord. Yes, you must have recognized by Washington Accord. Sorry, but this one list you need to search carefully about Washington Accord, because there is not just one country. I give you this Washington Accord list. This one I sent to you by Skype. Have a look. This is Washington Accord. Currently, they have 3. Yeah. Quickly, because it could be very difficult to find actual, but that is no other option. They have to be on the list. But Washington Accord itself, sometimes they renew all the times. They have new area like Sri Lanka, Chinese Taipei. They always adding new list. So maybe just go have a check, because we see sometimes the Australian engineers, they don't necessarily update news. So you need to go to the Washington Accord, their own website, and have a look about this. All right. Okay. All right. I think that's all today. I might just send you the link about this Washington Accord thing. the qualified person registered with, they have to do another. It doesn't matter about whether they're registered. It matters what course. Oh, what is the Washington Echo insurance? Let me send you this link. This is going to be massive documents about Washington Echo. Some of unis, it's on the list from South Africa. Sorry. So it really not matters about the whether they're registered or whether they come from. It really matters about what uni they graduate and what course they graduate from. That course, Washington Echo. So this one going to be very good. And today you're gonna spend whole day and night to read this. Washington Accord. So many pages. Yeah, and I think you just need to check whether their qualifications on the list. Yes. Washington Accord. Yep, yeah. All right, okay, just send over to you so I can have a read. All right, so it's okay for today's section, yeah. I'll finish recording